Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today we're starting Hosea 10, learning from the Old Testament. And yes, there is still a lot of learning that we can do from the Old Testament. So we're going to start in Hosea Chapter 10, and we're going to be doing verses 1 and 2. Israel empties his vine. He brings forth fruit for himself. According to the multitude of his fruit, he has increased the altars. According to the bounty of his land, they have embellished his sacred pillars. Their heart is divided. Now they are held guilty. He will break down their altars. He will ruin their sacred pillars. God has blessed Israel with material prosperity, with material abundance. He's given them all that they need or want. He has made them a great nation. But what God has given them, they didn't use to further the kingdom of God. They used on themselves and their idolatry ways, their desires. They used what God blessed them with in ungodly ways. How many times do we do that? That what God has blessed us with, we don't use it in the way He intended. And if you want to know if it's in the New Testament, yes, it is. Turn to Galatians chapter 5. And verse 13. For you, brethren, have been called to liberty. Only do not use liberty as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. Do not take the liberty and blessings that God has given you and use them in ungodly ways. Because when God blesses us, we are to use it wisely. Because if we, like Israel, use it in an ungodly manner, God will break it down. He breaks down our altars to the false gods. He breaks down the things that we have raised up if it is not used in a godly manner. He says their hearts are divided. And he uses Hosea's wife to show the example. Hosea's wife's heart was divided between being a wife to Hosea and being faithful to her lovers. Just like Hosea's wife, you can never be completely faithful to one while holding on to another. Look at what consumes you, what you think about all the time. Is it an idol? What worries you? Has it become too important? The reality of it all is, you will choose a side. You will become faithful to one or the other, not both. We need to be like Joshua and says, and I'm paraphrasing, not word for word, This day I choose the Lord. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Man, I got some wild looking hair this morning. Alright, verses 3 through 8. And we will stop there because I'm not going to rush it. See where your heart's divided. See what sacred altar you've put up. Whether it be work, money, family, friends. Is it a blessing that God has given you and you've turned it into an altar? If it consumes you, it's become way too important. And I've learned the hard way recently. Verses 3 through 8. For now they say we have no king, because we did not fear the Lord. And as for a king, what would he do for us? Think about that. But instead of king, put president. They have spoken words, swearing falsely and making a covenant. Thus judgment springs up like hemlock in the furrows of the field. The inhabitants of Samaria fear because of the calf of Bethaven. For its people mourn for it, and its priests shriek for it, because its glory has departed from it. The idol also shall be carried to Assyria as a present for King Jareb. Ephraim shall receive shame, and Israel shall be ashamed of his own counsel. As for Samaria, her king is cut off, like a twig on the water. Also the high places of Avon, the sin of Israel, shall be destroyed. The thorn and the thistle shall grow on their altars. They shall say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. That is a sad state when you want the mountains to crush you. And see, now that the judgment of God has come, Israel has enjoyed prosperity, freedom. But now, under the judgment of God, because sin must be dealt with, Israel will be dominated by foreign powers. Even their idols that they so worshiped will be given over to foreign powers. Makes you wonder, huh? And I'm going to ask you a question. Are you being the watchman? Are you sounding the alarm? Do you even know what is going on? God tells them, this place where you have rejected me and served your false idols will be overgrown. No pleasure here. And in the time of this judgment, they will want the mountains and the hills to fall upon them. Because it's usually not till judgment comes that we understand how we've gotten here. Judgment will come for us. The wrath of God does come. And guys, I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer, as you call her, but I have to be the watchman. I have to sound the alarm. God didn't give us the Old Testament to say, Oh, look what happened before. We're not Israel. But we have, since Jesus, been adopted into the same place. We're included. So now it does pertain to us. We can learn the lessons. And when Jesus comes, will he find the faithful? Will he find his bride busy preparing for his coming, teaching, rebuking, loving, living a holy life? Or will he find us sitting and saying, we couldn't because of, and you can fill in the blank with a lot of things. When I wrote this was at the height of us being locked down. And is that an excuse? I have to go to work. Now, I know some people work on Sundays. I get it. But churches, if you're only have service on Sunday mornings, how are those who have to work on Sunday mornings to hear your word? Should we not fully open and go back to the way we were and more? Have the doors open, our hearts open. Or are we content with just meeting, gathering with the saints, one day a week? How then are we to become one body? How then is the lost of the world to seek Jesus if we're not in the community? Our doors aren't open. Our hearts aren't welcoming. So think about it. Are you being a watchman? Are you sounding the alarm? What will Jesus find if he would return today? And this is to add personal, not the world, you. Where would Jesus find you? Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again in the morning. Rise up, child of God. Rise up.